So you may be wondering, what is a personal statement? A personal statement can be defined as your personal introduction to the selection committee, which is typically comprised of a group of faculty members in the specific department to which you're applying. Your transcripts, standardized test scores, and resume or CV provide relatively objective, factual information about who you are as a student and a professional, whereas your personal statement provides insight into who you are as a person beyond the numbers. This makes the personal statement the primary qualitative component of your application. Along these same lines, the personal statement is your opportunity to set yourself apart from other candidates. Graduate and professional programs are competitive, so there will likely be other applicants with the same major, a similar GPA, and similar standardized test scores. But the personal statement is the part of your application where you can showcase the things that make you special and unique among a pool of applicants with similar qualifications. So what do committees look for in a personal statement? Committees look for students who have a purpose for wanting to attend graduate or professional school. This doesn't mean that you need to know exactly what you want to do with your career, but your personal statement should demonstrate that you have some clear reasons for seeking that particular degree. Committees also look for students who are motivated enough to make it through the rigorous program and excel beyond. Similarly, they look for signs in personal statements that show that students have the capacity to succeed in their program. Such signs include self-motivation, persistence, and academic and professional experience in the program's area of focus. Finally, committees look for students with strong communication skills. This means that your personal statement should be well written and free of grammatical errors. Now that you know what a personal statement is and what committees generally look for in this piece of your application, I'm going to talk about how to choose a topic. Reading the question or prompt is the first step you should take when choosing a topic for your personal statement. Some personal statement prompts are general and leave a lot of room for creativity. An example of a general prompt is simply, upload personal statement here. However, other prompts are quite specific. An example of a specific prompt is, choose one professional experience, extracurricular activity, or community service project, and explain how you benefited from it and how it applies to your chosen area of study. For this reason, it's very important that you begin by looking at the content required for each program. After that, spend some time self-reflecting. Think about experiences you've had that have strongly influenced you, people who have been particularly important in your life, and obstacles that you've overcome. Also think about your motivations for pursuing a particular type of graduate or professional degree and your future goals related to that degree. It can be helpful to reflect on any shortcomings or discrepancies in other parts of your application as well, since the personal statement might provide a space for you to explain or compensate for those. Once you have some ideas in mind, you should begin brainstorming. Write your thoughts down, look for patterns, and choose one or two themes that you feel best represent you. After you've taken these 3 steps, it's time to start writing. Make sure you start doing this far enough in advance to produce your best work. Students typically write between 6 and 8 drafts of their personal statement, so try to leave yourself enough time to write a similar number. It's important that you take this suggestion seriously, because those who leave this to the last minute tend to be much more stressed and tend not to be as successful as those who begin writing early. Proofreading and polishing are also crucial. Reading and revising multiple times will help ensure that your personal statement flows smoothly, is free of errors, and truly embodies who you are. Getting feedback will help with this as well, so it is strongly suggested that you have others read and comment on your personal statement. On the last slide, there is a list of people who can provide helpful feedback, including counselors at the Center for Career and Professional Development and your professors. Lastly, the tone of your writing should be balanced, meaning that it should not be too formal or too casual. Committees read hundreds of personal statements, so try to write in such a way that is personable and easy to read, but still serious and professional. Having others review your personal statement will help you strike that balance and ensure that your personal statement truly sounds like you. So throughout the processes of choosing a topic and writing your personal statement, there are a few general suggestions you should keep in mind. First, be sure that you answer the question or questions asked. As mentioned earlier, personal statement prompts can be very different in terms of specificity and topic matter, so you must look at each program's requirements and respond accordingly. If different answers are needed for different programs, you should write separate statements. Second, write as if you're telling a story. Your personal statement should be interesting and vivid enough to capture the reader's attention. It should also have a clear beginning, middle, and end. Third, make your personal statement specific. Don't, for instance, state that you would make an excellent doctor, engineer, lawyer, etc., unless you can back that statement up with specific reasons and examples. Fourth, do some research. Learn about the programs for which you're applying and use that information to guide your writing. It is also essential that you research any field-specific information included in your personal statement to ensure accuracy. There are also a few things you should avoid in your personal statement. The first is cliches. As you write your personal statement, ask yourself if each and every sentence reflects some sort of thought, fact, or experience of your own. If it could have been written by absolutely anyone, it needs to be revised. You should also avoid focusing on events from high school or before unless incredibly significant or outstanding. Finally, do not rewrite your resume in narrative form. As mentioned at the beginning of this presentation, your personal statement should provide insight into the person behind the credentials. Use this opportunity to tell the committee something about yourself that they won't find in other parts of your application. This concludes my presentation on writing a personal statement. On the screen is a list of people and resources that can be helpful to you as you begin writing your own. For further information and help from the Center for Career and Professional Development, email our pre-professional counselor or schedule an appointment via Handshake. Thanks for listening.